Welcome once again, listeners, and this is Fate's Rest. Last time, some background things were happening, and our adventurers got transported to a jungle. And I will let them explain what happened, or what they found.
Well, we found a not volleyball named Wesley, or Wilson. Not what the hell? Where'd Wesley
Yeah,
come
Wesley. Like, we don't have Wesley. I mean, unless we find rodents of unusual size.
from? My brain
Bring
was
in
like,
the Wesley
That's a
then,
hell of a reference.
not now.
my brain was like, W name, go.
I mean,
Hey, you know what? I think you did great. I'm proud of
Oh,
you.
thank you. I do try my hardest sometimes, most of the time.
Also, calling it a jungle, I feel like, is a strong word.
I mean, I believe it was called a forest first. Now it's being called a jungle. It needs to make up its mind.
forest, jungle. Let's use the words interchangeably until it kind of makes sense either way.
This when we need to get like a geography person or people who know the difference between jungles and forests. Like, tell us the difference because I don't know.
Hey, maybe it's just
Topography expert.
environment fluid, okay?
Environment fluid.
The trees just shift
Great.
between palm trees to like maples. Like just everything just changes.
There's for some reason there's birch there one day, and then there's red oaks.
Some good old
and then
sequoia
there's
pine and
longleaf banana trees.
Oh, yeah.
Banana
Uh-huh.
trees.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Anyway, what's actually going on is that we're on an island in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that common fantasy trope of floating islands surrounded by a bunch of clouds and things. We're that.
Isn't that also like a rock and
I'm into
roll
it.
thing?
And we have just... Well, we're trying to look for one of those elementals, of course. Evidently the gods are fighting, but I mean, what else is new?
I do love the description of a flying rainbow winged horse. Bronies,
Yes.
we got you.
I don't know if we want that kind of audience.
I'm good with any audience as long as you're not too weird. Like, you know, keep your weirdness at like an 8.
Where we are not allowed to talk about weirdness. It's not a thing we're allowed to talk about.
We don't
This is not something we are allowed to
we
That's
say.
don't
fair.
talk about weirdness. Anyway, so, yeah, we're looking for a is it a rainbow winged? I know it had wings.
There was a
It did say rainbow wing.
Huh. Anyway, we're looking for a rainbow winged horse that apparently we have to be lucky and catch. And Callie has just found a ship in the sky. Arguably, Sig gets the credit for finding the ship. Callie just found a splotch, but it's fine. We just found a ship in the sky while the others are out gathering horse catching resources. That's where we're at. Let's go.
I mean, that's pretty accurate.
Man, now we're
I
now
don't
we've gone
think
over here to play art.
Go ahead.
We're gathering carrots to capture a horse. That's a deep dig.
Look, that is. All right, so we're gonna start off right where we left off, and as Callie floats just above the side of this ship, seems to be sailing itself through the clouds.
I'm going to land on the ship and look around and see if there's anything notably different from the last time I was on this ship.
It looks clean compared to the last time you were here.
Hey, for our listeners, could you describe this ship?
Oh, yes, I sure can. So, this ship is a stereotypical galleon. Think old school 3-mast sailing ship. It's painted black with splotches of color all over it, and has these very shiny, shimmering white sails. And the last time they were here, which you will find out in less than a month, that it was very dirty and dusty and smelt of death. Now, not so much. It looks clean, pristine, as if it's never been touched.
A visual cue for this ship that might help people if they want to look up a ship similar. Would you say kind of like a little bit more colorful version of the Queen Anne's Revenge?
Sort of. Think closer to the Pearl.
Which was also based off the Queen Anne's Revenge.
Yes, but it's shorter. Like it's smaller cruise ship. For video game nerds, think of the Aquila from Assassin's Creed 3. And yeah, you land on here, and there doesn't seem to be anyone on the ship. It seems completely crew free.
And it's so clean now. Strange. Okay, I have a theory. I'm gonna go get my friends first because, as it turns out, there's more than one player in this game.
Do you try to steer the ship back towards the island, or do you just go pick up your friends?
That's not an idea that had occurred to me, so I don't think it will occur to Callie. She's like, oh, it flies itself. Clearly it's doing its own thing. I shouldn't mess with that. So yeah, she's just gonna fly back to the island, but is gonna keep an eye on the ship from here. And wait for her friends to come back from their gathering mission.
Yep. You wait a few minutes. They had to go pretty far back into the island. And let's jump over to that. So, the three of you have got up to where he has been farming. And it's like a single row of plants that each one's a different plant, but you can tell he's like tilled the ground and cleaned up the area, and he pulls up this bundle of this really weird looking carrot. It's got like 7 root stalks on it. This is the carrot. I have no idea what it's called. It's got this really ugly black flower on top of it.
Well, I mean, I think if you're the first person to find something, you get to name it, don't you?
That's how it works. That's what all the adventurer stories say.
Sky carrots.
I'm good with that one.
You'll be nods.
Okay,
Scarrots.
there. Sky carrots. And the sugar cane, we can get that back on the way back over to the edge of the
Okay.
island.
Sounds good.
He like veers off course as y'all head back towards the edge, and he cuts down a couple stalks of something with this little makeshift machete he has, and it brings back this rainbow colored sugarcane stalk. He's got 2 of them. There we go.
Perfect. Now we have horse catching material. Let's go find Callie.
Yes.
Want me to carry any of that?
No. Yes, I'm gonna go back to my hut and get my stuff. If I need
Okay.
it. Like, takes off. Hands you the stalks, the carrots, and then leaves.
I'll take it and carry it.
Don't leave me here! As he runs off.
Well, I'd say you'd have my word, but I don't know if my word means much to you, having recently met, so...
Be quick.
And yeah, the other 2 follow the trail back to the edge, and where Callie is just kind of standing waiting, or whatever Callie would be doing waiting. Maybe sitting on the edge, kicking clouds. I don't know.
Living on the edge, as it were. Yeah, I think she's standing there at the edge watching the boat, not letting it out of her sight. because she feels like the second she looks away, it's going to be gone, because things happen like that all the time around here.
Mhm.
I can tell you, instead of heading away from the island now, looks like it may have steered perpendicular and is kind of sailing along with the island.
Okay, so it's
makes
maintaining a distance, the same distance?
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. Well, I guess eventually we'll get through.
And y'all are all together. It's gonna be a few before your boy Wilson comes back with his stuff. So what are the three of you going to do?
Well, what does it look like over on the ship?
It's the same ship that we saw flying before, but it's different. It's quite clean. I have a theory. I didn't see anybody there or any living creature. But the story did mention that the horse had rainbow wings. And the ship is called the Rainbow, so I wonder if there's some correlation there?
Does seem pretty valid that the spirit could hide in something called the rainbow and be given rainbow wings.
It sounds like a good idea to me, if any.
Are you ready to go then?
Oh, we gotta wait for Wilson.
Yep.
So while he's doing that, I can just start prepping this up. Shows weird carrot thing and sugar cane.
You're able. Roll me. Let's see. What would that be? Food prep.
Food? What would that be?
Survival or sleight of hand? I'll leave that up to you.
I'm gonna go with survival. No.
That didn't sound good.
No, it was on 19 and then it slid over to a 3, so that's a 5 total.
Oh no.
I don't even have anything.
For the
in-
carrots,
Wait.
I think using what skills you know of food prep for your baking, you're able to cut this carrot successfully into 3 pieces without damaging too much of it.
Okay.
As for the sugar cane, you have no idea how to process that, so you kind of just leave it
I'll
as
wait
it
for
is.
Wilson to come back.
You're like, I don't even want to know.
Or just look at the others. Would you happen to know how to... I've heard them in theory, but I've never done it.
So, Sig would like to ask Fritz if Fritz has any idea.
I don't think anybody here has ever lived in a tropical setting.
No, not. But
Does Fritz know how to process
no,
sugar
Fritz
cane?
does not. But I think for ease of communication, Sig would ask it aloud and then shake his head when he hears the response in his head.
And Callie's Island was more of a forest vibe than a jungle. So unless Tazul knew how to process sugar, I don't think she would have ever learned.
I'm pretty sure Callie could probably make a mean scrambled eggs, though. Because he cooked breakfast for the blind guy.
Oh yeah, for sure. But processing sugarcane? Nope.
I think as y'all are trying to figure out how to do this, y'all are staring at it blankly.
Callie has not turned away from the ship, actually.
Oh, that's fair. Wilson shows up with this like very very chef-like garb. Like he has the hat, he has this chef coat with that looks like it's been plated with leather armor that you would see on a sailor.
Uh-huh.
And then this big old pot on his back. Okay, I got my stuff.
The armored chef.
Oh, good. You look like you know all the things. How does one take care of this?
You grind it up into a paste after you peel it, and then once it's in a paste, you boil it down into a syrup. Then you, depending on what you want to do there, you either dry it out or you freeze it. Let it solidify, one of the two. And then it makes a syrup, or sugar cubes, or powdered sugar, however you want to do it.
Well, I would assume if we're going for a horse, the cube is probably your better bet of the solutions.
Or you use it as a syrup and cook it with the carrot.
Oh, glazed carrots. I'm sorry, I had a food moment outside of the calendar for a second. Glazed carrots sound fantastic right now.
You're welcome.
Let's see. Rainbow sugarcane and sky carrots. Rainbow glazed sky carrots. Ooh. They'd have to be roasted or flame grilled. He seems very lost in thought about cooking something now.
So I think I'm going to hazard a guess and say we don't have the time for that.
Well,
I need a kitchen.
Or
Ship.
materials.
Oh, I have the stuff. I just need a kitchen.
Would it be safe to assume, still not looking away from the ship, that a large ship would have a kitchen on board?
Yeah, sailing ships typically have them because people need to eat.
let's go.
So how do we get over there? I don't think I can fly.
I can solve that problem so long as you're willing to hold the pot in your hands and not on your back.
I mean, I can do that. I could probably fit in this pot, honestly.
So, yeah, sounds good.
Sig, Yulby, do you have your own means, or I can help you as well?
Oh, I need help.
I could take one.
Oh no. I know. I feel scared and fear for my life now.
Why is that?
I don't know. I have bad feeling.
Well, I just need to use those fancy wing magics you got, and then I can carry him. That's good.
Or somebody goes on a thrill ride with me, and then we could use that shrinking stone, and you can fly over, Callie.
I can give wings to up to 3 people, not including myself. So, whichever means we need to do it is fine.
His eyes widen at the prospect of having wings. Wait, you can give wings to people?
Magically, yes, and they're only temporary, but yes.
That's cool as shit.
Yes, I
She
would like
finally
wings.
will look away from the boat long enough to smile at him.
So, what do we do? pick.
Oh my god.
I'm tired.
I'm
of
waiting.
silence. He stares expectantly at Callie now.
I guess the only choice left is, Sig, are you taking wings from me or are you using your own magics?
Like I said, I can make it. So if you only have up to 3 people, then
Not including myself, so all 4 of
Oh.
us can be given wings
well,
through
further
my
that,
magic.
that's much easier and less risky. So I'd go with that solution.
Wonderful. Gonna go ahead and cast fly at 5th level this time.
Ooh. And as you cast the fly, again, the wings that Yulby and Sig Trigger spawned last time appear once again. And I think we haven't described Sig Trigger's wings, and we haven't described Yulby's in a long time, so please describe them.
Well, I was hoping you wouldn't ask because I don't quite remember.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
I'll do Yulby's this time.
It's okay if it's
Do-
different,
do-
we can just say
do
they
Sig
matured
Triggers
between
first.
now and then.
Hold on. I know it's in here somewhere. You have to go. I have to find.
Alright, well, Yulby's wings are these black speckled wings. Look like from a almost like black angel wings, like they're from a archangel or something like that. Feathered and very pristine looking.
Callie's wings, in case y'all have forgotten since we're describing wings right now, are covered in these long, flat scales that almost resemble feathers. And they're very purple, the same purple as the scales that are on her skin.
Okay, I think I found the picture we had gone about. So he has an array of wings.
Fancy.
Kind of like a large top wing, a large like bottom wing, then like stabilizes in the middle. Kind of like this. It's like 3 on either side of his body. They look like they have areas where you could strap in armor and not interfere with the wings themselves, but there is no armor, just wings. And they are a shining white, almost like a fresh snowfall white.
I will tell you this about Sig Trigger's wings. Of the three sets, technical sets that he has, only the main ones look tangible. The other 2 look like they're kind of ghostly.
He's 2/3 ghost. Got it.
Well,
I believe it.
I mean, he's
They're slightly translucent. They're still like that bright white, but they're slightly
What about
translucent. if that makes any
our totally not a volleyball friend?
sense. So, as for Wilson, as you cast this spell on him, he doesn't look any different. No wing sprout, no dragon wings, no bat wings, no bird wings. And he's like, I don't get it. I felt the magic. Does it not?
Well, just
did it
try
not
going
work?
up.
He focuses on trying to go up. And he floats about a few inches off the ground. Holy shit.
Ta-da!
Every time I've ever cast this in the past, it has resulted in visible wings, but I suppose it doesn't always have to. If it works, it works. I'm sorry that I promised you wings and didn't provide them.
Yeah, but now I can do this. And he zooms off, chasing a bird.
Or it depends on the wings of the original that you are using it on. But we should go. We don't have a lot of... I don't know how much time we have and how far away it is.
Wilson, we have to go this way to the ship.
Yep, right behind you. Catches the bird and eats it whole.
I'm
Thanks.
impressed.
But isn't gonna open up her own wings and fly off toward the ship. While she's flying, I'd like to ask Phrynos again if he could tell me the direction of the elemental we're seeking.
Seems to be northwest now.
Is that the same direction as the ship, or is that totally different?
It's similar direction as the ship. It's because the ship is still almost completely due west.
Okay. Well, we have to go to the ship to prepare horse treats anyway.
Yes.
So we go there.
And you all
Do you
fly to
think
the
they're
ship.
cloudfish?
I've never successfully caught any, but there might be. I don't know. Fucking birds always piss me off, though.
Maybe the birds are the cloudfish.
I was gonna say, couldn't one consider birds cloudfish?
But what if I want to eat a fish flavor? Birds taste like birds.
Go to the sea then?
A really long string
It's a very long string.
and a hook.
So how much time do we have left in the fly as we get to the when we get to the ship?
I'd say you probably have about 2 minutes.
So I think once we get to the ship, the dances that Sig was doing, that the kids were making fun of him at the one festival, he actually does one of those dances in the way it's supposed to be done with wings, and it's much more impressive.
Roll me a performance with advantage.
I'll turn the light on. It's getting dark. That is my performance is a 2, so that is a 16.
You said a performance
My
is a
modifier
2?
is a 2. So it's
Oh, I was about to
16.
say, damn, that's a big ass modifier. Wilson claps. The very, golf clap. That was impressive. I've never seen that
Thank
before. Okay, where's the kitchen?
Let's go. We're gonna explore the ship to find the kitchen.
Yeah, you head through the door that's there, goes down into the second floor of the ship, and you find the galley. It's not far from the stairs. Bunch of pots and pans, all clean. It honestly looks like a brand new kitchen, fully stocked.
Ah, perfect.
Okay. This feels like a weird question. But does the hallway of weird doors still exist?
Do you go down into the thing to look for the galley too?
Yes.
Roll me a... That'd be an investigation.
Okay. You can continue on with what they're doing. I'm just curious if the ship, how much the ship has changed is all.
I also had a different plan of action than going to the galley.
I want
Okay.
to make banana bread.
What is that?
Fully stocked.
It is. It's got everything you would need to make pretty much anything you want.
So Sig would switch over to Fritz and would like to stealthily
Okay.
search this ship because it looks like it's very much lived in now. So try to see if there's somebody other than them on this ship.
It doesn't. I can tell you now, it doesn't look lived in. It looks like no one's ever been on the ship. Like it's fully stocked and brand new, kind of like how you'd set up a showroom, like a house
Yeah.
you're about to show
But I'm
to
saying
sell.
that is highly suspicious to somebody who came here not too long ago and it smelled like death and was an absolute dusty mess.
You don't have to roll a sneak because it's Fritz. Roll the investigation.
I thought I need to roll the investigation either.
As for Callie, you don't notice any. You don't find any of the rooms or the doors that y'all explored last time you were on this ship.
Wait, so those hallways are laid out entirely differently?
It's just one flat hallway like a ship would normally have.
Weird.
I'll even say that you check the rooms, and those 2 rooms in this hallway here look empty.
Huh. Okay. Gonna just return to where they're cooking, I guess.
Oh yeah, they're doing the cooks. Banana bread, and he is already processed the sugar and is boiling it
So
down.
I decided to roll the sneak because I felt like it'd be fun to see what I'd roll. And I rolled my investigation. So the sneak
What are
is
those numbers?
a 22.
You think you're
And
still...
the investigation is a 30.
Well, with the 30, as you investigate the ship, you honestly find no traces of people whatsoever. The beds look freshly made. Actually, they look brand new. The ship itself looks spotless, as if no one's ever stepped foot on it. The cannons don't even have any grime or anything in them.
Okay, so either somebody's in the process of restoring the ship or some other magical thing has come in and cleaned it up. And also, you gotta love expertise.
I will tell you, with that 30, as you're investigating the rooms and you kind of like you're checking out the whole ship, you come across in the captain's quarters a like a manual to the ship, and it explains here. If you choose to read it right there, it'll say it is in Draconic. I don't know if you can read it or not. Can't read it. You will know it says, written in common under the Draconic writing on the front of it, the Rainbow Operation Manual.
But he does know somebody who does speak Draconic, so he's going to go to that person. We'll go find that person.
Mm-hmm. Go find the person who speaks Draconic. You find the person
Just
that
suddenly
speaks
appears
Draconic.
in the kitchen. Callie, you might be able to help with reading this.
Hmm?
So be holding out the book.
Oh. Certainly. She seems a little confused about why we found a draconic book on this ship. I thought it was piloted by a... Wasn't it like a tabaxi or something?
Technically, it was a tabaxi, yes.
Oh, we'll take the book anyway. And start flipping through it. I'm looking for anything relating to the ship changing how it be.
Okay. So, as you flip through this book, you come across maintenance and like somewhere near the middle of the book, it's maintenance and care. And you say the Rainbow, or the ship formerly known as the Dragon's Breath, is self-repairing and self-cleaning. So long as its magic core is charged, it shall always remain in tip-top shape.
Well, it says here that the ship cleans and repairs itself. So I suppose it just reset to whatever it knows as itself? Shrugs.
But then why would we have found it not too long ago in the sad state it was, and now be like this all of a sudden?
'Cause timey-wimey bullshit. And when we last were on it, it was being used. So I guess it didn't have time to clean.
That's fair.
It didn't know it was getting guests.
Does the ship clean itself while people are on board? According to this manual.
According to the manual, it just says self-cleaning. It doesn't say whether it's people on board or not.
We got it all wrong. It explicitly states in the manual that on All Hallows Eve, the self-cleaning systems don't work.
Oh, that's when it's doing a system reboot, so it can't operate.
No, it gets themed up for the holiday.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Considering the lore I put behind the captain of this ship, I could see that being a thing.
It auto themes for holidays. That's kind of funny.
I could 100% see that being the thing because of who.
Some people claim that there is a regularly occurring shooting star that happens on this world's equivalent of Christmas, but no, it's just the ship is covered in lights and they see it fly through the sky.
Yeah. It just auto decorates for holidays. It's perfect. I love it.
It's the greatest ship ever. Do you continue flipping through the
Yes, I'd
manual?
like to see if there's any other information I can glean that feels
All right.
relevant.
So, as you flip through the manual, roll me. Let's see. Go ahead and roll another investigation as you flip through the manual.
Cool. She's so good at these.
I don't tell you.
14.
That's high enough. And as you're flipping through the manual, it says operation. The ship itself will fly in the direction that it is told, so long as it is able, or until new directions are given. To set course, just speak directly to the helm as if speaking to a helmsman.
Did you say before, whenever the ship was flying perpendicular, had it changed direction to fly perpendicular, or was it already perpendicular?
It was in the process of turning to that direction when you landed on it. As far as you know, it could be set on a course that no one's changed.
Well, I suppose we're capable of steering the ship. I could try to steer it in the direction that Phrynos feels the spirit. As soon as we're ready with the tribute, looking over at the cooking people.
Oh, the sugar won't be ready for another hour or so. It takes a while to boil this down.
Can't the ship just fly that direction and then it might time out just well? I don't think it's going to take us 5 minutes to go find a flying horse.
Yeah, we might as well at least start getting in that direction, and as we get closer, we can slow down if needed.
That's a fair point. I'll go start steering the ship.
As they're all cooking, or as Ylby and Wilson are cooking, and Wilson's probably giving Ylby tips, although he seems like very frantic and at ease at the same time because it's his first time been in a full kitchen in 12 years. He's giving different tips on how to improve your food and stuff like
good.
that.
She will appreciate it.
She did stop to develop her cooking skill after all.
And he will even teach you a new type of bread to make.
Hell yes.
Is it pumpernickel?
Oh no.
No. Technically, Ylby already has that recipe.
Remember, it's not food. Canonically, pumpernickel bread is not food
No.
in this podcast.
Yeah, it's not. It's
Uh,
probably like meal for animals.
No animals will eat it.
It could be.
Only person you know that likes it is
It could
Dizzy.
be poison.
Probably what it is.
But he teaches you. He says this is a hobgoblin specialty, something my nana taught me almost 80 years ago. It is called dark sourdough.
Oh, it sounds delicious.
Oh, it's fantastic for sandwiches.
What kind of sandwiches? This is important because if you don't pair it with the right meat, it's not the same.
The best thing to do is ham and maybe some cheese. However, if you can get one of those damn lizard chickens with some of that what is it, that weird rainbow melon thing that grows
Oh,
on
yeah.
the islands, it's fantastic.
I've got sources. I could probably do it.
And this damn lizard chicken thing keeps coming back again.
Oh, but I do have a lizard chicken egg. I will show the egg.
He looks at it, pokes at it a couple times. No, that's not. As someone who grew up on a farm that raised those, no, that is not a lizard chicken egg.
Well, the person who told me,
It is indeed a
Oh.
monster egg, but not a lizard chicken.
well, it was in a room where it was an egg and a lizard chicken. So I just thought it was a lizard chicken egg. Well, looks between Zug and Wilson. Any idea what kind of egg it is?
I tell you what, it's Fritz in charge right now, right?
Yes.
Roll a history check, because he might
boy.
actually know.
He's not good at these. This is not a bad roll. It's a 15.
It's a 15. I think with that, because you met the check. You will know that it is indeed a monster egg, and you've only ever heard of them. Your chieftain, the one that you actually liked, told you about it, and a creature that he had with him, or she had with her, was hatched from one of these things. And it is called a bound egg. It is something that could turn into anything based on how much magic it absorbs,
Bound egg.
or how much of its holder's magic it absorbs.
Okay, so amount of magic in makes a bigger, better thing come out. More in, better out.
Pretty much.
Um,
Not necessarily better,
Well-
just different.
So hypothetically, if the dragon in the party were to pour a bunch of draconic energy into it, Yulby could hatch a baby dragon.
Oh my god.
That is one of the items I have on here. Is not a full dragon. It's not a full dragon. Actually, I think it's a baby wyvern.
Or just dump a bunch of celestial
Nice.
magic into it.
Mm.
That could
You
be
know,
dangerous.
unicorns are celestial. You might get a unicorn.
Oh yeah.
We're really catering to a certain audience right now, guys.
All right. So moving to what Callie was doing. As Callie reaches the helm from the inside of the ship, you stand next to it and speak your command. How do you do that?
First, I would like to see if... actually, okay. I have something I want to do first. Hey, Phrynos. What
Yes, boss.
is the name of the spirit we're currently looking for?
Vita.
Okay. I would like to try to tell the ship to head toward Vita to see if it can do that itself, or if I need to keep tracking the direction and telling it.
It doesn't make any change whatsoever.
I'll then check in with Phrynos again to make sure it's still northwest.
It is still in the vicinity
Cool.
of northwest.
And then I'll say sail due northwest.
And as you say this, the wheel turns slightly to the right. No, slightly to the left, because west is left. And begins to head northwest.
Well, if it was already west, northwest would be to the right.
You're right. We're heading right. Directions are not my strong suit.
Cool.
I would just be
And-
smart ass and list it off an azimuth angle.
She's just gonna stay here and every, I don't know, like 10 minutes or so, check in with Phrynos again and see if I need to change direction.
He just keeps saying head northwest. Actually, I think what he'll say, your current path is the correct.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh,
Pretty handy.
I have an out-of-character question because I don't know if this is a mystery or if this is just a difference because of world.
Mm-hmm.
In my knowledge of vanilla D&D, hobgoblins have the same lifespan as humans. Is that the same here?
As far as you could tell, he's a regular hobgoblin, but he may be different. He is, he's very old.
Oh, okay.
Though, I will tell you that.
I didn't know if it was like, ha ha ha, the person was on your ship the whole time. Look, it's actually, okay, we're good. It's fine.
I want you to think he kind of looks like a hobgoblin version of Master
No,
Roshi.
yeah, okay, we're good now. I was like, is this a mystery? But no, we're good. Okay.
Alright. And you're heading northwest. The others are down in the bows discussing the magic of an egg.
Mm-hmm.
How does that work out? Y'all are waiting for time to pass.
So he just kind of, first just gonna be looking at it, he's like, I haven't seen one of those in. So I'm not 100% sure exactly how many years, but I was definitely a much smaller orc back then. The good chiefess used to have an egg like that and raised a creature out of it. You
You can pick the creature.
yeah, I was working on that until you interrupted me. No, hers that was raised out of that egg was it was kind of like a big hat, but it was more of like a lizard. It just had kind of feline features to it. It's a really interesting animal, and it thrives on magic that you put in to get you an animal out.
Oh, so I could put more magic into it.
And who knows necessarily what you'll end up getting out of it. All I know is she used shamanic magic, and it came out as this lizard cat thing that was big enough to ride. So
Ah, okay. Well, I could do that. Let's see. Excuse me while you'll be like, puts magic into this thing.
puts
Yeah.
magic into it. Yeah, you know what rolls to roll, right?
No, I forgot. That's like a time and a half ago you told me how that works.
All right, so here,
Yeah, tell everybody else how it works.
all right, so as magic is cast, specifically you'll be magic. Now I can flavor it however if anyone else wants to put magic into it. But when you'll be cast magic, anything she wants to put over this number she can, but it's essentially 1d6 plus 2 worth of magic will go into this egg, and once it reaches a certain amount it will hatch. And it's based essentially however much magic is cast. Now, it's up to Yulby if she wants to put more magic than just the base number. It'll cost spell slots and magic, so that's completely up to how it wants to be played.
I got attacked by a cat, so my whole life is disorganized now.
I know that feeling. I got both of them in the room with me, which is weird.
So what happens if I use like a healing spell on it? Because I don't want to like hurt the egg.
Hold on, you're using it
Yeah.
directly on the egg. Essentially, if you're using whatever spell you use, doesn't matter if it's a damaging spell, healing spell, you take whatever damage or healing roll you would make and double that number because you're using it directly on the egg.
Well, knowing you'll be, she's going to go big. Because obviously, put lots of magic in.
That makes sense.
I want to use my 3rd level slot. And use Cure Wounds.
All right. Give me the total. This is after
Oh,
doubling
after doubling it?
it. After doubling it.
That will be a 42.
42. This thing seems to have grown almost an entire size.
Shows up. Ta-da!
It's about the size of an ostrich egg now.
Yeah, it definitely is growing along with the magics. Hopefully it'll get you something good out of the egg.
At first, I'm going to need Callie to roll me a perception check as y'all have been flying for about 45
I
minutes,
also
almost
think
an
we
hour
need to
now.
have Wilson roll a perception check.
I'm getting to it. Calm down. I've already actually rolled that roll.
I completely forgot about it too. Now I was looking at the chat, I'm like, oh yeah, that's a thing.
Well, I forgot about it entirely until you said, so, and you know, I was a smaller orc, and I was like, wait a second. That's a 16.
Just as you start to look around and you're watching your surroundings as you're following the thing here, and you look over to the side just as this large chain and grappling hook come over the side of the ship and wrap around
Oh,
it.
shit.
And I'm gonna need everyone on board to roll me dex saves.
So, not only are there sky ships, there's also sky pirates.
Oh, y'all are on a ship, so and none of y'all are proficient in water vehicles. So technically, since none of you have the sailor, that dex save is at disadvantage.
Arguably,
I have.
this is an air vehicle.
Air vehicle.
It's the same thing.
Fair. It's the same.
Can I argue that? Okay, so This deck save, is it because the ship is suddenly jolting? Okay.
Yes.
Since I saw the grappling hook come up, may
You
I
do not
please
have
have
disadvantage.
opened my wings?
Yes, you can.
Thank you.
Okay, if I'm in the kitchens with you'll be.
Yeah, as long as you're within 10 feet, you get your +5.
Which is good because I need it.
I got a 17 for mine.
Oh wait, never mind. This is Fritz.
17. Shit, I gotta roll. I gotta roll our cook
So
boys.
with that +5, Fritz gets a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. What was the you'll be roll again?
17.
17. And what was Callie?
That was a
roll?
10. Though she does have her
Oh,
wings open.
man. I think. All right. So, well, I can tell you right now, Wilson rolled
Wait,
a
Wilson
7.
was on a ship. Maybe he has sea legs?
That was
Oh,
with
no.
advantage.
Yeah, that's why I was like, it's a good thing I'm on the Fritz sheet because I also had a 7 on the die. So I'm like, meh. Fritz is really dexterous, so it's a plus.
As this happens, Wilson is in the process of securing this sugar syrup into a container and hits his head against the stove and is knocked out.
Convenient.
Fritz and Yulby are able to brace themselves as it starts to shake and keep from being knocked out, but they are very disoriented. Callie is thrown from the ship.
Whee!
The ship begins to be drugged down by this chain. And Callie is still conscious. She's just been thrown from the ship.
Cool.
And as the ship pulls through the clouds and the clouds break, you see the chains have come from an island, another island flying in the sky. It's being drugged
Cool.
down to the island.
My very first action will be to fly down the chain, tracking who's doing this.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and get my legs back, and I'm gonna offer some healing points to our dear friend who knocked himself out.
And roll me a. That was gonna be acrobatics for that one. Get your legs back under you. As for Callie, as you fly down this chain and get closer to this island to see what's going on, you are fired upon by arrows.
Cool. There's one thing I would like to do as I'm flying down. Because I'm pretty sure it's a free action, and if not, it's like a bonus action. I would like to communicate through Phrynos to, our other friends. And just let them know, what I know. Basically, someone has grappled the ship with a hook and chain. I'm looking into it now. We're being pulled downward.
Does Fritz's friendly neighborhood bird give him any indication that a message was sent?
Well, considering only Fritz and Sig Trigger know about the bird,
Cool.
Phrynos tells Ray.
You'll be able to see, ship's going down, chains involved, everything's awful. She got a 7, and she's trying to struggle against the ground.
So I think after that little brief debrief about the situation, Fritz would like to also get his footing and then help Yulby if it's necessary.
Roll that
I
acrobatics
did, and that is a 23.
Yeah, you're sturdy.
I'm sorry, that's not 23. That is only a 20. That's a dirty 20. I looked at the wrong modifier.
It's still significantly over the number. It was only a 10. And yeah, you're able to help You'll Be Sturdy herself.
Ah, thank you.
Don't mention it. We should probably get somewhere we can have more room to move.
Mm-hmm. However, I'm gonna help him. She's gonna give him 5 points of healing. Lay on hands.
And he groans. Oh, did someone get the name of that cart? Oh, that hurt. He looks up. Looks over at Yulby after looking at Fritz. Who's the orc?
That's her friend.
That is where we'll stop.
Famous words. Who's the orc?
Yes. And that is where we are
Okay.
stopping. Dun,
So,
dun, dun.
I have to take a note of what I'm gonna do with these arrow flingers.
So this is when I use a vaguely nautical terminology for the review, but since I know very little of it, I'm going to start with rate us 5 harpoons out of 5, so we can.
God.
Oh my god.
What? I'm trying to be thematic here. So we could definitely, let us know what we're doing good, what we're doing wrong. If your catcher of your choosing allows you to leave a text-based review, as always, the stars are always helpful. So, definitely let us know that way as well.
Oh, right. I got distracted. I can't quite find a segue off of all those things he said, so this is your segue now. Come on over and see us on the Discord. We have a lot of fun there. We talk about all sorts of things. We just kind of hang out, and we'd love to hang out with you too.
Or you can check out our socials. I'm just gonna just go right off of it. Faith Dress at Twitter, on Instagram, Instagram, and Facebook. Here we go. That's it. That's the thing.
So you could say there, Neko, that our thoughts were like two ships passing by in the night. We didn't quite connect.
Yes.
See,
close.
I think
You're so
she
close to
should
getting a
have
good one.
See
did
what
an
you did
emphasis
there.
on C. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh my god.
All right. And lastly, our topic of the week. I've been thinking about this one, and I think I'm going to go with, I want to know what everyone's favorite, it could be any, this doesn't necessarily have to tie into D&D exactly, but I want to know your favorite fantasy food. Been thinking about those glazed carrots.
So you're making waves with those glazed carrots.
I want to
again?
hear about every.
I bet they're good.
And with that,
Love
we
you.
love you.
Bye.
Nautical puns.